All right. So good morning. Again, my name is Lindsay. We are just going to do really chill, slow flow today to get us warmed up and ready for our days. So go ahead on your mat. I think you guys should be able to see me here. We're just going to start laying down in our corpse pose. So I know that's usually how we end class, but we're going to start there today. So just laying, go ahead and let those shoulders kind of roll down that back. You can put those hands out to the sides. You can close your eyes if you want to. And just begin breathing regularly here. And if you are like me and tend to have anxiety, whether it's about the upcoming day or just in life in general, this part may be difficult for you in breathing. So sometimes it helps to focus on counting the lengths of your breath. So go ahead, we're going to count to 4 or 5 here on our inhale. And then let your exhale match that. So counting to 4 or 5 on that exhale. As we inhale in, it goes to chest, your lungs and belly. And as we exhale out, belly, lungs, and chest. And as we're continuing this breath, I want you to give yourself a goal for today. Something that is attainable, something that you know that you can reach. You know, maybe it's smiling at someone in the hall, or maybe it's taking time for yourself and giving yourself little breaks if you're working at home. After your next exhale, we're going to inhale that left knee in. You can hold the back of the leg, you can hold the front shin. Focus on keeping that breath slow and steady. From here, we're going to take that ankle, roll it around to the left. And then roll to the right. Very good. Go ahead, extend. So that hamstring might be super tight. We're not trying to do anything crazy here. You're just going to hold the back of the hamstring and straighten to whichever level you can here, to where you're feeling a little bit of a stretch. We don't want anything crazy. to take that other foot flat to the mat. We are crossing over here. Maybe this stretch is good for you. You feel that in your glutes on that left side. If you want a little bit of a deeper stretch, we're going to pull in. So you can either hold that shin or the back of the leg, whatever feels best for you here. Wonderful, go ahead. Drop down, heels on the floor here. We're going to lift those hips up, tuck those shoulders under, those palms can be on the ground. Coming into a bridge position here, we're just going to take those knees in and out, little pulses. We are squeezing in and out. For 4, 3, 2, 1, and then bring those hips back down to the ground. We're going to take those legs straight out, big stretch overhead, like you're just waking up. Ooh, that feels good. Bringing that right leg into our chest, knee to chest. Remember, hold onto that shin or the back of that leg. We're going to the other side. Again, big inhale in your nose. And exhale out. And taking that ankle, we're going to move that foot to the left. Roll it around, get all of those cracks out. And to the right. From here, extend that right leg up. Totally okay if one is a little bit tighter than the other. Remember, yours doesn't have to look like mine. Yours can be much more flexible or less, whatever feels good, where you feel that stretch in that hamstring. Lovely. Taking that left foot flat on the ground, we are crossing over a little figure 4 here. Again, if this feels good for you, if you feel that stretch in your glutes, stay here by all means. If you want a deeper stretch, pull through, bringing that left leg up. And you can hold onto that shin or the back of that thigh. And you should feel this in that right glute. Nice, juicy stretch. Especially if you did the circuit class with us yesterday. We did a lot of squats. This is great for that. Fantastic. Bringing both feet flat on the ground, close to those glutes. We are lifting up again into that bridge. Go ahead, let those shoulder blades tuck under, and we are pulsing. So squeezing in and releasing out. Squeeze those glutes for 4, 3, 2, 1. Let it roll down one vertebrae at a time. Go ahead, extend those legs out. One more big inhale up overhead. And we are slowly going to roll up onto our mat to a seated position here. I'm going to flip around onto in a tabletop. So we are on all fours here. Those wrists are under your shoulders, knees are under your hips. We're gonna inhale forward, our gaze straight ahead, dropping that belly, hips up into our cow. And then exhale up. Into our cat. And go ahead, find your own breath here. Going at your own pace with whatever feels good. Maybe you take it side to side a little bit. Kind of finding your own groove here. After your next exhale, we are going to inhale forward into a modified plank. So we are on those knees. Everything is in a straight line, just like a regular plank. We will exhale down onto that mat. So that chest is coming to your mat, those elbows are below spine. We're going to bring hands kind of right in front of your shoulders here, and we're going to do a few little like half Supermans. So we're inhaling up and then exhaling down. Inhaling up and exhaling down. One more. And as you exhale down, take those hands under your shoulders. And we are bringing it back into child's pose. Go ahead and rest that forehead on your mat. And take a nice deep breath, inhaling in and exhaling out. On our next inhale, we are coming forward again into our modified plank. And then we're just going to flow through this vinyasa. So we're exhaling down. This time we are inhaling up into a Sphinx pose. So you're coming onto those forearms. And if this feels good for you, by all means, stay here. If you want something a little bit different, maybe a deeper stretch in that low back, then you can come up to a cobra. So those hips are on the ground. We're just lifting up those hands, that gaze is forward. And then exhaling back into child's pose. One more time, we are inhaling forward, exhaling down, inhaling up into Sphinx or Cobra, and then exhaling back. I lied, we're gonna do it 2 more times. Again, find your breath here. Inhale forward, exhale down, inhale up into Sphinx or Cobra, and then exhale back into child's pose. The last time here, by all means, take your time with it. You don't have to go at my pace. Clearly, I can't see you, so. And then just kind of hold it here in child's pose for me. Coming to that breath that we began our class with, slow it down for me, nice and easy. This time we are inhaling forward into a full plank. We're going to take that left leg forward in between those 2 hands. So we're in a low little runner's lunge here. So you can either walk or hop that back foot forward. So they are in line. You can stay there. Sorry, let me undo this. And then we are going to inhale half flips. So just hinging at the hips, our back is straight, and then we're exhaling back down, just kind of letting those arms hang heavy. Inhale, half lift. Exhale down. This time those hands are coming on either side of their elbow, and then we're just going to ragdoll, let it hang. Maybe you sway side to side. Shake your head, yes. And no. And then one vertebrae at a time, we are rolling up to mountain, bringing those hands out to the sides, planting those feet on the ground, nice and rooted, tall and strong like a mountain, keeping that belly engaged so that belly button to spine, rolling those shoulders down and back. Big inhale in. Big exhale out. And so we're going to inhale, arms up, overhead, palms come to touch. We're doing a slight little back bend here. Then exhaling, swan diving down to our mat. Our right foot comes back, left foot comes to touch. And this time we're going into a full vinyasa. So we're in that plank position, we're exhaling down, chaturanga, then coming up, upward dog or cobra. You can totally do cobra here if you want to. And then exhaling back into our child's pose. So inhaling forward, plank. Exhaling down, bringing those elbows together. Inhaling up. And then back into child's pose. Go ahead, take a breath here. Very nice. This time, inhaling forward onto that plank. This time, we're taking that right leg in between. Little runner's lunge on this side. Walker hop that left leg up. And we're going to inhale, half lift. Exhale down. Inhale, lift. Exhale down. Go ahead, put those hands on either side of your elbow. Ragdoll it for me. Hang there for a second. And shake your head yes or no. Very slowly, we are rolling up one vertebrae at a time. With that head coming up last, go ahead, settle into that mountain. That gaze is forward. Big inhale up, overhead, palms come to touch, little back bend. Exhale, swan dive down. We are taking that left foot back, right foot comes to touch. Exhaling down, inhaling up, coming back into our child's pose. From here, we're going to untuck those toes into our downward dog. So bringing those hips up. You can bend those knees a little bit, pedal out those feet, stretch it out. After you give those shins a little bit of a stretch, we're going to take that left foot up into a three-legged dog. So kind of opening it up overhead, letting that hip come open to the side. And swinging that left knee through, dropping again into our runner's lunge. We are going to hop that foot forward, hop or walk, and then slowly rolling up into our mountain pose. We're gonna come into a tree pose. So our left foot is going to be planted, just showing you from the front here. You have a couple options. You can either do this kickstand, so just hold here. You can come to the shin, or you can come all the way up. Whatever you are feeling this morning, just you can keep your hands out to the side, palm to touch, whatever feels good for you. That's not feeling good for me. I'm going to do a kickstand. So holding this tree, and we think about trees as being nice and rooted into the ground. They are strong, but even trees sway sometimes, and that's okay. It makes their leaves look beautiful. And here we're going to plant that other foot down, coming down into a little chair pose. So hips go back. Very nice. Inhaling up. We're taking one foot straight back. So both of our feet are facing forward. We're going to inhale, arms up overhead into a warrior one. So with each inhale and exhale, on our exhale, we're just going to sink a little bit deeper into that lunge. Go ahead, inhale in. On our exhale, we're going to straighten that front leg and then swan dive those arms down into a little pyramid. So just stacking onto that shin. And if you have pillows or books and you want to use them as support here, you can. You can even close in that space a little bit. But we are hinging at the hips. Stacking on top of that leg. Bring that knee forward. I'm going to plant those hands down. Take that left foot back. We're in that plank pose. Go ahead, exhale down. Inhale up. And then we're going into downward dog this time. So we're going to go through a vinyasa 3 times at your own pace. So starting in this downward dog, we'll inhale forward. And if you want to, you can just come into a child's pose here. Otherwise, go ahead, continue with that vinyasa. Once you get to that, finish with that second or third round, I guess, go ahead, stay in that downward dog for me. So from this downward dog, take an inhale in. And exhale out. We're going to take that right leg up and over into a 3-legged dog, opening up that right hip. And then swing it through to that chest, planting it in between those hands here. Again, we are going to walk or hop that back foot forward. Feet are about shoulder width apart. We are rolling all the way up into our mountain, relaxing those shoulders down and back. This time we are doing tree on the right side, so that right leg is planted. Again, you can come to that tree or that Little kickstand on that shin or all the way up. Hands can come out to the side like you are extending those branches. Or palms can come to touch, whatever you want to do here. Just thinking of that foot as having 4 points. And we are pushing those points into the ground. Wonderful. Feet come about hip width apart. Again, we are coming into our chair pose, pushing those hips back. Keep that chest up, that core is engaged. You're gonna hover that left foot and then push it straight back. Both feet are in line towards the front. Inhaling, arms up overhead. Exhale, slide those shoulder blades down. Remember, each time you exhale, just sink just a tiny bit deeper into this warrior one. Remember, these are warrior poses. They are strong. Inhaling up, swan diving, those arms down, stacking over that leg into our pyramid pose. Remember, if you need to hold on to that chin, you are welcome to do that. Inhale that knee forward into a bend, coming back into that low lunge. And then right foot comes back. Again, we're going to take this vinyasa 3 times starting here. And then we will end in our child's pose. So go ahead, slow that breathing down from this child's pose. Let that forehead gently rest on that mat. If it feels more comfortable, you can take those knees out to the side of your mat and then sit back onto those heels. Go ahead, walk those hands up for me. And we're just going to swing our legs out in front of us here. So in a little stack pose, then we will just very gently roll back onto our backs. Go ahead, tuck those shoulder blades under here. Big inhale in. And exhale out. Going back to where we started, we're going to take that left knee into our chest. Maybe it's feeling a little bit looser now. Or looser. Wonderful. Crossing over to the right side of the body, and then let those arms hang. So we want to try and keep those shoulders pointed onto our mat, and our chest should be facing towards the ceiling. Wonderful. Bring those hips slowly back onto that mat. This time that right knee is coming into our chest. Give it a nice big hug, big squeeze. Give this organs a little massage. And then that right leg crossing over the left side of the body, letting those arms fall out to the side. Again, adjusting that upper body as needed. Wonderful. Bringing those hips back to our mat. We're going to go ahead and take our Shavasana. Making sure you're bringing those shoulder blades under that back. You can put those hands out to the side on your belly, or let those feet fall out toward the sides. If you're at home and you want to use a blanket here, you are more than welcome to do that, or maybe something, a little cushion under your head. But closing those eyes, here we're just really focusing on our breath. Maybe coming back to that goal that you have for your day.
Oh, well. Are you going to, would you like to
Again, something super simple. Maybe it's giving yourself a little bit more positive self-talk. Really feeling that inhale come into that belly. Release up through your chest. Letting that heart rate come down, giving ourselves some peace to start our day. Whenever you are ready, go ahead and come to one side Rolling to my right side, I've got my right hand tucked under my head. That left one is just gently resting in front of me. I'm going to take a few breaths here. And then I'm going to gently push myself up to a seated position. I'm going to bring my palms facing up onto those knees, nice tall spine, taking my right ear down to my right shoulder, and then just do little half moon circles. Going side to side. And then stopping on that left side, holding a little bit. And then coming back up to center, letting those eyes slowly open, maybe wiggling fingers and toes. I hope you guys have a wonderful Tuesday. I know it's been a difficult time for everyone right now, so hang in there.